Very warm greetings to the learners. This is Dr. Minakshi, and today we are going to explore control chart for range. We know when variation in the production process is high, that is, the produced items have a wider range of values of the quality characteristics, the quality of the product is assumed to be poor. Therefore, it is desirable that we must reduce the process variability to improve the quality of the product. And for that purpose, we use control chart for range, that is R chart, and control chart for standard deviation, that is S chart, to control the process variability. Now the underlying logic and the basic form of R chart, they're quite similar to X bar chart. The primary difference between the two, the X bar chart and the R chart, is that instead of plotting the sample means and the monitoring of their variation, we are plotting here the sample range and monitoring the variation of the sample ranges. So in this session, we will explore how to construct an R chart in Excel spreadsheet. So I hope you remember, while constructing an X bar chart, how did we proceeded? With the help of range and using standard deviation, we explored how to prepare an X bar chart. And in the very first video, we learned how to prepare an X bar chart by using the sample mean. So here we are going to find out how to construct an R bar chart or control chart for range. So for that purpose, here I have taken a total sample of 20 with 4 observations. So I'll just write down here the values for K. K is your total sample and N is the total number of observations. So now moving ahead, proceeding, the first thing that we need to find here is the range value. So we have also explored how to find out the range. Range is basically using the formula for maximum, selecting the first 4 observations, minus the minimum again for the first 5 observations. So here we'll be able to find out the range values. So this way we were able to find out the range for the first observation, and so this way for rest of the sample. Now after finding out the range value, we have to find out the average range, that is also called as the central line or R bar. So it's your choice, you want to write down central line or R bar. So this is central line. The formula for central line is, before going for the formula for central line, we have to find out the sum of the values that we have obtained for the range. So very quickly, I'm just going to find out the auto sum here for central line. It is the formula, your total sum of ranges divided by the total number of observations, that is K. So this is my value for the central line, and you know, for the values which are not going to change, we are just going to use the dollar sign. Okay, so this is the value for the central line. Now in this range chart or R bar chart, just similarly as in the X bar chart, we made use of some appendix tables where we obtained some values for some constants like A3, A2. Here we are also going to have the same values. Okay, so here we have to take the factor values for the control limits for range. It is well given in this chart also. This is for the R range values. Our subgroup size is 4, that is the number of observations we have is 4, and for that purpose the D3, D4 values will be used. You can see D3 value is 0 and D4 value is 2.282. So we just have to use these values here. So I'll write here your D3 and D4 values. So D3 we know it was 0 and this was 2.282. So I'll just check it again, it's 2.282, correct? Okay, now for upper control limit and lower control limit. Okay, let's see. So this was your formula. See, for R charts, the upper control limit formula for our chart is D4 R bar, and here this is D3 R bar. So using this formula here, we have found the value of R bar, that is 30. Upper control limit formula will be your D4, that is this value, into R bar, that is the central line. Okay, and what we are going to do here, we are going to put a dollar sign. Okay, so this is your upper control limit, and for your lower control unit, your formula is D3 into R bar. Why it's 0? Because the value of D3 is 0 as per the table value for n equal to 4. Okay, now see what I am going to do. See, with just one click we got the value for rest of the sample. Okay, now we have to do what? We just have to prepare this control chart for range. So for that purpose, I will select these 4 values: range, the central line, the upper control line, and the lower control line. So I have to take insert, line chart, and here comes your chart. Make it more clear. I'll just delete the grid lines. We'll explain it more, but first we have to expand it. Okay, so as you can see from this line graph, your lower control limit is 0. So that means this line, this x-axis is your LCL, that is the lower control limit. Okay, and it's merging with this axis of x side, horizontal axis. This red line is your central line, which is basically the R bar. Okay, and these blue lines, they are the range values, and this green line is your upper control limit. So a very interesting thing you can see here is happening because of the values we obtained. For the point number 3, we have got a out of control value, right? Why? Because your upper control limit is 68.46, but for point 3 the range is 80, so it's exceeding 68.46. And the other one is again point 17, the value is 70. So for point 17 the value is 70, whereas the limit value that we have calculated for upper control limit is 68.46. So this is how we prepared an R chart, or we can say we prepared a control chart for range. And from this interpretation we realize that the control chart is indicating that the process is not under the statistical control and some assignable causes are present in the process. So what we'll do next, to bring that process under the statistical control, it is very important to investigate the assignable causes and take the corrective action to eliminate them. So in the next video we will discuss how we are going to eliminate these 2 out of control sample points, right? I hope this session has been clear to you. It is just the same way we've prepared a control chart for X bar. The difference only here is that we are taking here range as the sample reference against which we are trying to understand whether the control limits they are able to identify any sort of sample which is out of control or not. So I hope the video is being clear to you. Looking forward for your queries and have a good learning experience.